Alright, so today's video we're watching a gold 5 DPS on PC playing Widowmaker and Ashe. And say, hi, I'm trying to get better at more DPS heroes. Typically, I'm a Somber Tracer player. My peak on the role is gold 2. In this match, I felt like it literally comes down to whether I could hit shots or not. And it was my first match of the day, so I couldn't really. Otherwise, I was just super dead between an insane Widowmaker player and a Genji that must have been in love with me or something. I was only playing worse as the match progressed, not really knowing what to do. I noticed that my team was not doing too badly though, so I honestly just started playing safe, or started playing as safe as humanly possible. And it worked a lot better. Is there anything I could have done better? Were the enemy's DPS only looking at me all match? Or did they just outskill me so much that I only felt like it? And was that Widowmaker player legitimately a gold 5 having a good one? Or were they perhaps just visiting a lower elo? I guess we'll find out, yeah.
Attackers incoming.
All right. Now remember, you already saw the Widow on the high ground, so if you overpeak this... All right, got the dynamite. All right, you're just chilling. I mean, truthfully, you're just trying to outduel a Widow who is being pocketed with Ashe. I mean, it's the fall-off damage is going to roll you. Although, I mean, oh, you're going for the duel? All right, let's see what happens. Now, you walked in like this path and that you could have been killed. So you got to be careful of that too when you're on these characters. Okay, you're playing the angle now.
Sniper. Amateur.
That was a nice shot on the Mercy. Good job. You're doing what I do. You flick your shot off if you're accurate. That's my #1 issue when I'm on Sniper. I think you just killed your Mercy, but it was a nice shot, so it's like a little bit unlucky. That's a big slam alert. Nice. Okay. Take the high ground now. Yep. Mercy. Oh, wow. That's... You might die here. This is a hazard on you. 100%. I also love how your Mercy, like, was there and was like, nah, I'm good. I'll see you later. Just peaced. Can I be real with you? You said you play Somber Tracer. You don't have to play Widow here, by the way. Because you said you play Somber Tracer. But then, like, they're playing 2 dive heroes right now. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 2 dive heroes on you. That can get you, as well as going up against a pocketed Widow. I mean, you're not going to be able to do anything against that. So, I mean, you can hit your shots, like you said. But I feel like this is the situation where if they have a Mercy Widow, I would love to go Tracer against this comp. You can go into the back line, you can pressure them, you can back away. So it feels like this is a situation where the comfort heroes would be fine, you know. And then you make your adjustments after. See, like, after that happened, and you've seen me do it whenever I'm playing, I'm going, all right, yeah, I ain't doing this. And I'm immediately swapping off Widow, and I'm just going like Tracer or something here.
Cette fois, je ne rigole pas.
Group up with me.
Now, keep in mind, you hear the Genji to your left. You hear the Genji. Hey, buddy. You hear the Genji. The Genji is behind you. So this one's going to be on you if this Genji kills you, by the way. I mean, this Genji, this is... I don't think you understand that I've heard this Genji for 1.5 miles.
That's better.
I mean, I'm trying to see what happens, but I already know what's going to happen. Yeah, you're going to die to the Genji. Like, I mean, that Genji was stomping. So, just to point that out. You want to get in your bucket, buddy? Oh, 1 second, chat.
EMP activated.
Not bad. Good EMP. Okay, you going on high ground.
Sniper. I keep my head down.
All right, 1 second, chat. I got give him a second to settle. I think he's gonna. Oh, nope, not yet. He's not settling yet. I can already tell. He just got fed, so he's like, oh yay! So he's like in there, like, oh, thank you so much. Hi, buddy. Okay, I got you. No? Yes? There we go. Okay, he settled. So taking the high ground here is the correct play, but I want to point out to you that, like, your team has started to lose contain. So be careful of... Out of curiosity, do you have your volume set like a little bit lower? And I only ask that because, like, this Genji that you mentioned, like, always on you, I can hear them from a mile. Like, you hear exactly where they're at. So, I do want to point out to you that some of the kills Genji is getting on you is avoidable. Like, you can just, you can set up in a good position. Nice shot there. I would really recommend after this switching off. I mean, I guess if you're practicing Widow, it is what it is. But like, if you're gonna practice Widow, you got to make sure you're using the sound cues and trying your best to, you know, look around and play angles that are much better than what you're doing. The Genji is below you, by the way. Now the Genji's to the left. All right. All right. Genji's on you. Now in a second, you hear him. This should be a free kill. And then the Widow. Oh yeah, this is. Now the Genji's gonna dash to you soon, so you're gonna want to readjust accordingly here. Otherwise, this Genji will probably kill you again.
We are outnumbered.
Nice. Okay, you know a Widow here in a Mercy because you heard him there prior. Yeah. Okay. I do want to pause though. Right now, your number one issue is that like you're like, oh, the Genji, etc. The problem is that you're not reacting to anything that's happening in the game. You're just going, there's a player in front of me. I'm gonna try to hit the shot, and that's it. Well, you had a Widow and a Mercy to the left that you knew existed there. You then turned your back to them, which you luckily got away from that. You had a Genji who's been below you a lot, so you got to really start to pay attention to your positioning because that's pretty much it. Like, the reason why, outside of, you know, Widows hitting a ton of shots in top 500 that will struggle against Widows, is that it's impossible to get to them. So if a Genji is able to get to you, they have to take a really long route to get there. And that's what's happened, okay? But then you're not adjusting anything. You're just staying in the same spot. Then you're dying to Genji. Go, why is this Genji going for me? Well, you're on Widow and you're a free kill right now. So you gotta adjust that a little bit better. But you can do it. Yep. I mean, didn't have to pop walls and a Widow was to the left there. They've been there the whole time. Okay. So you made it here. All right, you're just chilling. Big slam. Okay, now you're gonna want to move up a little bit, but now let's remember there's a Genji that's been going for you a lot, right? Now you hear the Genji, you heard him a little bit prior to that, but I'll give you a little bit of wiggle room. You know what the health pack is, right? So you're gonna want to play the health pack. You're gonna want to go to the health pack before the Genji does. Okay, then you miss your grapple. The problem is that, yeah, it's all positioning. Whenever you, like, people start to pressure you, you start to kind of, like, panic a little bit and move all over the place. Like, you just gotta know when you gotta see it coming and be ready for it. And right now, it feels like you just aren't expecting some of these plays when they're, like, right in front of you. Like, you see it happening. At least that's how I'm seeing it. You know, I gotta say, your position is great. You know what? Listen, your position improved on third point. It's like watching my Widow right now. But yeah, obviously you said sometimes it comes down to hitting shots, and I mean, I don't think it needs to be said that, you know, when you have this pristine position and at this point on third point, you can basically server admin third point and the other team can't do anything. My take on what you're doing on Widow is exactly what I do. You don't really struggle with the initial first shot accuracy. You just flick your shot every time. I don't know if that's helpful to you, if it will help you, but it helps me when I start to recognize that's what I'm doing. Good shot there. Finally got the kill. And you should be fine. Teammate should be at a push point. So, you know, for you just got to start readjusting your position and making sure that, like, you're you know, looking for the Genji, listening for the Genji, because the Genji is being really obvious on their takes on you. So it's a very fixable thing. And you said you also have Sombra Tracer as as your hero pool. I think this would be a great time to go those heroes. I think they've been easily diveable enough to where you can make plays happen. But we'll see what happens on Ashe and see if you make some proper adjustments. I mean, that's the most important part, right? Here we go. I'm going to chalk that up to just a good shot. I mean, this angle's fine. Now, remember, the Genji's going for you. So you're going to get the deflect out by spamming him a little bit. Well, no one's shooting the Winston Bubble on your team, so you don't even have to at that point. Even though I would love for you to shoot all the time, nope. You want to make sure you're going towards your team now, right? Oh, boy, this is... Okay. Just chill for a second. If you stand still, the Genji's gonna kill you. Yeah. Yeah, like, think about it this way. The more that you disengage from the Genji, the better. The problem is that because you're staying in range of the Genji never feels the threat of your movement ability. So just try to disengage towards your team and force the Genji in. I can promise you most Genjis aren't going to want to be forced into that play. They're going to have to either fall back or they're going to end up dying because they use all their cooldowns to try to kill you. You're making it easy on them is what I'm saying. Okay. Now, the Genji's going to dive you. It will happen. Here we go. And now, here we go again. Okay, good. Disengagement tool used. They're on you now, right? Now go towards your team in a second. Okay, this is the opposite of there. I mean, it was a good play by them, too, though, so I'll be real with you. If you go in, they maybe kill you there, but that's a tough one. I think, like, you did half the play right. I think you should have went to the right and around. I think that would have actually outplayed him a little bit. And if they kill you there, then your Mercy has a better res opportunity on you, you know? If they have res up. Okay, here we go. We're waiting around. Waiting around. Okay, here we go. Ready? And... there's the Genji. Don't shoot into... Okay, that's the second support you've killed this game. By shooting into the deflect. You're just playing into the Genji. If I play against a sniper that is going to stand there and shoot at me when I'm deflecting and is going to let me get to them, I'm going to end up getting the kill a lot of the time on Genji. And if I'm getting the kill on Genji, you know something's up. All right? You're waiting to use your interact key to go back to spawn. Good play. Good play. Looks like your Reaper didn't get the menu as they shifted out. Looks like no one on your team got the memo on that one. Okay. Are you trying to set up for a kill? Okay, zooming in, zooming in, zooming in. Wait for it. Okay, I mean, you're there. All right, that Bob is fine. I like the Bob there. Preventing their ultimates, making it so they can't push in with the Winston. Excellent out timing. And you're probably going to kill the Winston, too. That was a good play, and I want to point out why it was a good play. When the Winston is going to ult in like that, when you Bob in, they can't push in with the Winston. So at that point, the Winston needs to make a quick decision to fall back or go for a really quick kill on one of the squishies. The Winston didn't do either of that, and you get a free kill, and then you pretty much put yourself in a good opportunity to win this team fight. Now, obviously, there's Soldier 76 up here, but let's be real with you. If you peek this, you probably should get the kill on the Soldier 76. Like, that's going to be a free kill for one of your teammates. They're already at half HP to begin with. So you choose to hide against them. Now, it's okay to, like, slightly peek them. Like, you can, if you have good positioning, you can shoulder peek. Soldier might hit you for, like, 80 damage, and then you're fine, you hide. But don't be afraid against a Soldier. If I'm playing Soldier 76 and you play scared there, then I'm going to be happy.
Surrender to my will.
Decent dynamite. I like it. I like it. Yep. Yep. Well, ping the Soldier. Ping the Soldier for your team so they know there's a Soldier running in a straight line behind you. Good job picking up that kill. Disengage. Yep. Now use the boxes there. Don't go this way. I guess the tree's there, so that's fine, actually. All right. Using the pedal. Now, at this point, because the Genji hasn't been able to get to you, you've been having a pretty good time. Yo, nice shots there. You actually made it really hard on that Soldier. So now that the Genji can't get to you, you've made it really difficult on him. Right? You've now put yourself in proper position in. The Genji can't get to you. They're dying, trying to dive to you. And now you have a Soldier 76 who's been running in a straight line for the past 2 minutes across the bridge trying to shoot at you for 5 damage. So, I'd say proper positioning has put you in a good spot. And then your teammates are also playing really well on the front line, so it's a win-win. To the right, to the right, to the right. Yeah, I'm telling you, in that situation, they definitely went to the right there. So, yeah. You're just not reacting to like what they're doing a lot of the time. You get very tunnel vision, and that's fixable. It's just starting to listen for those cues, understanding that like they are going to look for you, they are going to take angles on you, they're going to try to kill you. And if you put yourself in the proper position, then that won't be an issue. Good kill. Wait for it. Good ult. Good job. I mean, I still think it's okay to like do a shoulder peek of the soldier and look for them. I think you play very, very scared sometimes. It's either you play scared or you play right in front of their face. There's no in between. Like, you've been out of this team fight for like 45 seconds. Good dynamite. Good job. Good kill. And you won the game. But yeah, I mean, listen. You know, we'll start with the number one, you know, the first part here. You need to start being a little bit more active in these team fights. You just don't want to sit there and do absolutely nothing for the majority of the time. That's one of the struggles that we're seeing, right? You're pretty consistently doing the same thing. When your team is at the beginning of a round, you play very up close, and then when they get to you, you don't react. And that's the number one. That is the first step. Is sometimes people feel like they need to be right in front of you before you react. If I see a Genji start to like set up on the other side of the map, the reason why I'm going to conk back, which is the Ashe like backwards ability or the Widow grapple, is because I know they're going to go for me. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to set up my other cooldown to be able to get away. You're not doing that step. You're doing, okay, I see a Genji, and now I'm not going to react to him. Okay, I hear a Genji, and now I'm not going to react to him. Oh, there's a Genji in front of me. Let me go back 3 feet. Well, now I'm kind of in a spot where I have to run in circles and hope the Genji misses some of their cooldown management. And then even then, when you were in those situations, you weren't going into your team. You were going away from your team, isolating yourself away. So a lot of what you're doing is because you're not really going, okay, they're doing this and then reacting. You're just falling over and over and over again. And that is what you need to break out of. That is the thing that you need to make a lot better for you. You know, listen, yes, you could probably hit more shots, right? But some of the best ways to be able to hit shots and only focus on your shots is to put yourself in good positions, and you're just not doing that, okay? So what you need to focus on is this. Start reacting to what they're doing to you rather than just standing there as a statue. If you start to see a Genji get a little bit closer on the side or like 20 meters away, they're going to go for you probably. So start to set up your next position. And that way, if they do go for you, you have another way to get to them, and then you now have even more range on them to start pressuring them away from you. You do that, you start, you know, and once again, you mentioned your hero pool with Sombra Tracer. Don't be afraid to make a swap to another dive hero if the vibe of your team or you're struggling against a Genji who's just all in you, because Tracer's pretty good against what they're doing. So remember that too. But yeah, clean up what we said, and I think you'll definitely start to see a bit of a climb, but you got to start doing that a lot more often, and you'll see good results. You got this. You absolutely got this. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't, leave a comment. All of that helps. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. That's where my Discord is. We also record these live on stream, so stop by if you haven't. We'll be on Twitch and YouTube, and we have a lot of fun here. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day/night.